Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Muttama Shloke Bhaktirabhavati Naishnaki. Rudraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 29th chapter, titled as Explanation of Devotional Service by Kapiladev to Mata Devhuti, text number 34. In this shloka, Kapiladev is explaining to Mata Devhuti about a perfect devotee. Who is a perfect devotee? So there are some qualifications. And what is that? Kapiladev says, Mana Shaitani Bhutani Pranameda Bahumanayan Ishvaro Jiva Kalaya Pravishto Bhagavaniti Mana Shaitani Bhutani Pranameda Bahumanayan Ishvaro Jiva Kalaya Pravishto Bhagavaniti. Kapil Dev says that a perfect devotee offers respects to all the living entities because he is under firm conviction that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Paramatma, has entered in the body of every living entity as a super soul or the controller. So that is the definition of a perfect devotee who is able to see Paramatma within the heart of every living entity. So when one sees the Paramatma within the heart of living entity, one respects everyone around him or her. That is the idea. So purport, Srila Prabhupada ji explains this, that a perfect devotee, as described above, he does not make mistake of thinking that because Supreme Personality of Godhead as Paramatma has entered in the body of every living entity has become the God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is a mistake. Krishna is there within everybody's heart, but that does not mean that everybody becomes Krishna. Krishna himself is supreme. He has much more wider existence than us. So there is Krishna within us. So we are part and parcel of Krishna, but we are not Krishna. There is a difference. You are part and parcel of God, but you are not God. There is a God within you, but you are not God. That is the perfect understanding. If somebody understands this, that, oh, there is a God within you, so you have become a God. That is Mayavad philosophy. That is called as foolishness. Suppose a person enters into room, that does not mean that room has become that person. Right? Prabhupada nicely explains with the analogy. Similarly, that the Supreme Lord has entered into 8,400,000 types of species with the different types of bodies. That does not mean that each of that body has become the Supreme Lord. Very, very important understanding. This is called Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. This is explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's simultaneously one but different. So there is God within us, Paramatma within us, but Paramatma himself, Krishna, is much more wider, bigger. We are not God. We are part and parcel of Krishna, but we are not Krishna. Because the Supreme Lord is present, however, a pure devotee accepts each body as a temple of Lord. So this is very important, the definition of a pure devotee. He understands that there is Krishna within everybody, and everybody is not Krishna. And the body in which Krishna is residing, this body where Paramatma is residing within our heart, so this body is the temple of the Lord. So we have to respect that. And since the devotee offers respect to such temples in full knowledge, he gives respect to every living entity in relationship with Supreme Lord Krishna. So there is Krishna within the heart. Normally, the neophyte devotee, they will worship Krishna in the temple. They'll come and pay obeisances to Krishna in the temple. But as their consciousness is not evolved, they may offend or disrespect other living entities. That is immature understanding. As soon as one realizes, oh, there is Krishna within the temple, as well as Krishna is there within this body, which is also a temple, and there's Paramatma residing within this body as a temple. So it respects every living entity, which means every living entity means all human, insect, birds, reptiles, all the type of living entities, 8,400,000 type of species, including the plants. Mayavadi philosophers wrongly think that because the Supreme Person has entered the body of a poor man, the Supreme Lord has become now poor. They call it Daridra Narayana. That is not the fact. Daridra Narayana. Narayana has become Daridra. That is not that. Krishna is a Supreme Person. He is very wealthy, opulent. He is the Supreme. He never becomes poor. But that is the Mayavad philosophy. These are all blasphemous statements of atheists and non-devotees. So we should be very careful. Srila Prabhupada, at many places throughout his translation on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and his lectures and transcripts, he warns us against this Mayavad philosophy. Because the Mayavad philosophy takes Krishna out of bhakti, which is not good. So one has to be very careful about this Mayavad philosophy and never think that Krishna is not a person. Krishna is a person. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not just like light. Mayavadis, they think that God is light. Like light comes from sun. The sun is a person. There is a person within the sun, Surya, Devata. So we have to be very careful about Mayavadi. So we have to evolve our consciousness and start seeing Krishna within the heart of all the living entities and respecting everybody as part and parcel of Krishna. So that's the definition of a perfect devotee. So we'll pause here. We'll continue study of Srimad Bhagavatam tomorrow. Vindraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari.